thing. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. 50 to Mike. Tyler, 64. Reed. Let him know, let him know. Switch. Snap.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Set. Waiting. White. Double dog. That's the way.
Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford, CJ with a nifty move. That's caught right side by Anderson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11 more on that one and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down At the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Big 20. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, wahoo. Slam. Check 52.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Tate. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing Jones. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jones on third down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. You'll be on the board.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready. Yellow 20. Real right, 22. Go.
Stafford on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's James. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now Stafford being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Stafford now to throw. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. That means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Jones to throw from his end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Ready.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
To throw from his end zone, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. 25 yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is Gallman, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Giants.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The toss out to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. It's caught, Shepard. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Rosas to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I got it. Here we go. 11-3.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And some room to roam now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Giants 21, Lions 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
31's the mic.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back. Hey, let's go. 31's the mic. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Bravo.
Stafford on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Alert! Record!
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's now second and 6.
From the 17, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your big...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to power through. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On first and 10, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Watch the twist.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
On third down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but it did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
31's the mic. Right here. 31's the mic.
Zero.
Tackles.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Easy. And watch the leg.
21.
Choose the leg. Watch
Look behind.
Throwing again. Stafford escaping the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
I'm coming for you. Watch 36 to Mike.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taco Charlton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And Tate's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop, hit it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Trey Flowers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jones operating from the gun. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Marcus Golden able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Another drive for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they'd manage the clock exactly right.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.